Hello guys, in today's video I just want to show you my new shrimp tank setup. So currently there are no shrimp in here, I'm just waiting for it to age a little bit, to cycle, but I will show you what I have got in here. So to start with, you may be able to see there's some sort of plant growing out the top of it. I'll take you around the back, and that is actually a potato. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's the roots for it. There's two potatoes growing in there. This is something I've seen done with sweet potatoes, and I did try it with a sweet potato, but I had no luck. It wasn't sending any roots out, so I tried with a normal potato and I had a bit more luck. I got some floating plants in there, a couple of sponge filters. I got one there and one over there. As you can see, I do have a problem in a minute with some algae starting to grow, which is fine. It's a brand new tank, and I think the reason is, I mean, if you can see the sponge on this side compared to this sponge, this one's got no algae and this one's covered in algae. And I think the reason is, as you can see just there, there's a window right behind this tank. So two sponge filters, two potatoes, we got some stones in there, some inert stones. It's just normal gravel for your garden. We've got some Indian almond leaves in there. There's one there, and then there's one further at the back. There's a heater in there, some easy to grow plants in there that I took from my tank downstairs, and then obviously some wood we've got in there because shrimp do like grazing on wood. There is currently nothing in this tank, although, I mean, if you have a look there, you may be able to see that there are some snails in here. There's one there, there's one on the filter over there, and these guys actually hitchhiked on the floating plants, I believe. They come in on these guys, and again, these were taken from the downstairs tank, so we do know there is snails in there, so it's not a massive problem. I just didn't want to harm any of them, but they all seem to be doing quite well. They seem to be breeding in here, getting bigger, multiplying, so as long as they're alright. Now the plan for this tank, I think what I'm going to do is downstairs with my nano tank, I'm going to wait for them to breed a little bit more, because the cherries are starting to breed in there. And then once they've bred a little bit more and they're getting a bit full, I think I'll start to put them in here and let them populate this tank. And maybe try something different downstairs, a different colour, maybe some yellows. I have a heater, I'm not sure if I mentioned at the back, and the back of this tank is painted black. I just used some spray paint on the outside of the glass. Now I know people use all different types of paint, but for me it's the back of the tank, so nothing's going to be touching the water, so I just use some normal standard spray paint. I do have a large piece of glass there covering a hole. Now if any of you watch my reef tank, you'll know that this tank here was actually my refugium that I had set up on my reef tank, and obviously I took my reef tank down. So now I had this tank spare, so I just filled the hole, just used some aquarium safe silicone and a piece of glass I had lying around that was a bit big, but I didn't have anything to cut it with, so I had to just make do with the size I had. Lots of silicone, and it's doing the job perfectly. So if you have any questions about this tank or my tank downstairs, please check that one out as well. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Any advice would be much appreciated, as I'm still quite new to shrimps. So yeah, hit me up if you like this kind of content. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye.